previous example of copying one PDF file to another. When you run this, we did not get it in earlier example. So what we did, we have executed it. So the file should be available. So we'll just write CSV file. Okay, CSV file and run it. So after execution, it will take a bit of time. So we just closed it. We could not find it. But so after some minutes, it will take a bit of time. So then you can just go and check there in E drive where you can find out the file CS. So I have copied the file CSV file to CS. So you can see CS and CSV file both. So both are of 92 KB. So that means it's a copy of the other file. Yeah. So this is how binary file works. So in continuation to this, reading and writing image file from and to binary files. Same manner how we transferred from PDF file, you can also copy one file to another, the contents of one file to another image. Okay, so here for example we have an image called um, comp.jpg in E drive. So it is open for reading binary mode. Similarly, there is another file open with the name nwcomp. So it is open in write mode. So we open both the files. So we are reading file 1.read. So we are reading from the file and storing it in object bin. So file 2.write bin. That means whatever I copied, that is whatever I stored, that is copied to another file. So this way we can copy from one file to another, one image to another image. Yeah. Next, reading and writing sequences, that is dictionary, list, etc. with mixed data type from or to in a binary file. So to write mixed type of data, we need to import pickle module. Pickling means converting structure into byte string before writing the data into file. It is two. It's having two main methods, that is pickle.dump and pickle.load. So previously examples we saw that we are converted into the list and the dictionaries, we are converted into the binary form then written. And we saw the example of converting text, sorry, image and PDF documents. So without this, you can directly do it with the pickle module also. So we need to use pickle module. So there are two functions on the pickle module. So one is dump and another one is load. So dump is used to write the object into the file. So the syntax is as follows: pickle.dump, then specify the object to write and the name of the file object. Similarly, pickle.load is used to load the object from the file. So we can use pickle.load and file object to load. Let us see the example. So using pickle model, we'll see first how to add data into the binary files. So we need to write import pickle first. So in this example, we use a empty list first, then we open a file employee for writing to binary file. Okay. So we want to continuously the by number, name, and salary to be entered for many employees. So what for continuation, we'll use the while loop. So we'll just take initialize ans as y, while ans is equal to y. That means it will be a continuous loop. So we are asking the user to enter employee number here and employee name and salary. So these three variables we have stored as ENO, name and salary. emp.append function is used for emp is nothing but the list, so append function is used for adding to a list. So employee number, name and salary, all the three are added to the emp. So then we are asking the user for continuation whether you want to add more records. So pickle.dump is used for storing. So what we do is emp is nothing but the list and f is the file object to the object which refers to the file. So this emp data what we entered, that is a list which will be stored in f. So this is how we can add a records to in a binary file. So here pickle module is used, and after everything is over we need to close the file. So to run this program it will be asking the employee number, name and salary. Whatever we entered will be stored as a list. So append function is used for adding to the list. So after that we will just transfer that list to the file. Clear? This is how pickling or adding the data in binary file is done. Similarly, if you want to display from the binary file, so we need to open the file. So here import pickle function has to be written, then we will take an empty list. So here try and accept is used because we have to read the file continuously till the end. So it may give error. So we need to trace the error. For that sake we'll use try and accept clauses here. So within this we are opening the file employee for reading binary file. So emp equal to pickle.load, it is for loading the file. So whatever is read, so that will be loaded and stored in emp. So once if you wish to store, if you want to display, there are different methods. If I can just write for e in emp print e. If I'm using this, it will just display the uh, records one by one, but it will not be displayed in a neat manner. So for that what we can do is we can just use this method here. Just you see how it is written, percentage 10, yes, that means we can, so it will allocate 10 bytes for employee number for whatever is specified here. Similarly 20 bytes for employee name, 10 bytes for salary. So while displaying also you can just write like this for e in emp print percentage 10 as it means you are referring 10 space for employee number. E of 0, that means first records employee number. So E of 0 means employee number, E of 1 means employee name, then E of 2 will be employee salary. So this way each record will be displayed. So you can see the output here, how it will appear. So this is how we can read from binary file. So you need to specify the file mode here, RB. Clear? Similarly searching. So searching is nothing but again reading and checking for a particular data. So we will see the example here. Import pickle is used. Then we open a list. Then for checking if there is no element found, we want to display some message. For that sake, we have taken one variable found here, found equal to false. Let us see that how it works. So we open a file employee in read mode, then emp equal to pickle.load f. So we are loading the file. Then en equal to enter an input and employee number to search. So we are just asking the user to enter an employee number whether it is existing. So that is en. So en has to be checked in the file. So for e in emp is nothing but the loaded data. So those records one by one will be stored in E. So E of 0 means employee number in this case, right? So E of 0 equal to, if E of 0 equal to En, that means En is the employee number what we are searching. So it will just compare it if it is existing, then it just prints that particular employee data. Then it makes found as true. So this will continue. So if it is found, it will display. If it is not found, then false found value will be false always, right? So if found is remains as false, then you are displaying sorry the employee not found. Clear? So this is how searching operation is done. Next is updating. So the four actions normally we use: add, edit, modify, and delete. So let us see the modifying part. So how to do the modification? For example, we are using import pickle, then we have a list emp, same as previous. We have taken found equal to 0 here. So with the try and except clause, we are using opening the file, then we are loading the file. So loaded data will be there in emp, then we are closing it, then we open it, the same file for writing, because after modifying, it has to update in the file also. So for E in EMP, this for display the data. Once it is displayed, then we are asking the employee number to update. So we'll ask the employee number whose data to be updated. So for I in range length of EMP, so how many records are there? So that we want to check. So we'll use the length of EMP. So I will have the values 0, 1, 2, 3 like this, right? So if EMP of 0, for example, first record, its employee number. So you can use two dimensions here. You have I0, I1, I2 like that. So if I0 means employee number, whether the employee number is EN. So if it is EN, make found as 1, then ask the user whether do you want to update the name. So user may enter yes or no depending upon that. If it is yes, so enter new name. So it will ask you the user new name to be entered. So new name is entered to be updated with EMP of I1. Similarly, next it will ask you do you want to update the salary. If it is yes, then it updates the salary also. So here EMP of I2 is written. Whatever new data you entered, it is updated with this. This is how update works. If it is not found, the employee is not found, then what happens is sorry employee not found message will be displayed. So pickle.dump. So the new data should be updated, right? So EMP contains a new data, it has to be dumped on F. Okay. So this is how updating works. Then deletion. The last operation is deletion. So you want to delete. So how to delete? So deletion is somewhat a different kind. So what we do is a particular record you want to delete. Then other than that particular record which is matching, the data will be transferred to another list. That list has to be updated with the uh, existing one. So we'll see how it is done here. So import pickle is done. There are two lists created, one is EMP and one is EMP1. Then just like previous example, we wrote found equal to 0. So we have opened the file for reading. Then we load it. So loaded data is in EMP. For displaying, we'll just display for E in EMP. So it displays everything which is present. Then we open the file for writing to binary file. So why you want to write? Because we are firstly overwriting the data. Let us see how it works. So just a minute. So here we are asking the user to enter employee number to delete the data. So for E in EMP, that means each record will be tested. If E of 0 not equal to EN, that means EN is employee number, E of 0 is employee number in the file. So each record employee number is compared with employee number what we entered. If it is not matching, then I'm making found as 1, then I'm transferring that particular data to another list, EMP1. So original list EMP, now we are transferring to EMP1. Okay. So similarly, the next record, if it is not matching, that will be transferred to EMP1, whichever is matching except that all other records will be transferred to EMP1. Then, if the employee data is not found, then it displays. After that, what we do is we just overwrite it. How to overwrite? Pickle.dump emp1, comma f. Emp1 is nothing but the new list which contains except that employee number which is not matching. Except that which is matching, we are transferred to another list. That new list will be transferring to the file. So it updates, overwrites. This is how deleting is done. Clear? So I hope you are clear with the operations on binary files. So we have done adding. So without using pickling, it is a little bit tricky. That means when you have to convert it into binary form, then write it. Similarly, when you read, you have to read it and then convert it to a particular form, then display. So you can copy PDF file or image file from one to another, but using pickling it will be easier. So you need to import pickle module, then use two functions, pickle.dump and pickle.load. Pickle.dump is to write to the binary file. Pickle.load is to read from the binary file. We have seen the operations of for adding data to a binary file. So you need to open the file for writing binary file. So WB is written. So then read it and store it in a list and dump that list to the file. Similarly, if you want to display or read from the file, so you have to use load function. So after loading, then you can use or use that list to display. Similarly, searching is done. Searching is nothing but reading. So we just check the required data, then display. So updating is done by asking the user to enter a particular employee number or the particular data. So it has to be checked in the file, then update. So replace the previous data with the new data. This is how updating is done. Then deletion. Deletion is done by checking the matching records. So other than the matching record will be transferred to a new list. Then that list has to be transferred to the file. So this is how my operations will be taking place in binary files. The next video I will be explaining about a complete program where we'll have all these functions together, a complete menu driven program where all these add, edit, modify and delete options are present. So I hope you are clear with the concepts of binary file.